Yeah, hi. In this video, we will talk about derived fields. So, what exactly derived fields are, where they can be used, and what all purposes it solves. Okay. So, before walking through the actual example, let me give you a very quick overview what derived fields are. So, derived fields are basically the fields which gets their data from the fields which are stored in the database. Okay. So example, I have a field which stores, let's say, first name. I have another field which stores last name. Now I want full name. So the full name will get derived from first name and last name, right? So we need a third field which holds the values of full name, which eventually is getting calculated from first name and last name. Another example is, let's say I have two numbers and I want to do the sum of two numbers. So basically the sum, which is the third number, will be a combination of first number and second number, a value which is getting derived from other values. Another example could be date format, right? So different people have different date formats. Now I want to display a date in a specific format. So I can wrap my date field in some parameter or in some format which displays the date in the user defined format. So this is another example of derived field. So let's quickly go through example and see how this works. Okay. So here I have created a collection which has 6 fields. One is the name, which is of type text. Other is joining date, which is of type date. Third is description, which is a long text, a large text. Fourth is salary, it's basically a number. Fifth is professional text, which is again a number. And sixth field is insurance deduction, which is again a number. Okay, so now a person has these 6 fields. So let's go add some data to this collection and see how it looks like. Okay, so I'll go to the data. Let's go and create a new person. Let the person name is John, and the joining date is let's say 1st of November. Description is John is an awesome no-code developer with a great communication skill. Okay, let's say salary is $6,000. Professional tax is, let's say, $100. Insurance is $150. So now I have created a record for John and it has a couple of values. Right, now let's go and see how these values get displayed. So I go to a page and drag a table to display all these values. Okay, so this is my dummy page. Let's go and drop a data table. Okay, so let's go drop a data table, give the name of the collection which you want in the filter. Okay, so as of now I want to display everything. Okay, so here in the table we have description, insurance, deduction, joining date, name, professional text, salary, and actions. Okay, I just remove this button, it's not needed. Okay, rename this button to view details of John. Okay, let's go and see how this looks like. So on clicking of preview, I can see my table with the details which were provided for John. Name, professional text, salary, insurance, description. So the order is not exactly what we want it to be, but that's fine. Okay, now let's go and create some derived fields. Now let's say I want to calculate his net salary, which is salary minus professional tax minus insurance. So this is his net salary. And let's say I want to calculate his total deductions, which is professional tax plus insurance. And let's say we want to reduce the width or the number of characters of this particular field description. It's taking too much area of the table, right? It could go much longer, so we want to substring it. Okay, another example is a date. So let's say we want to display date in some other format. So let's go and see how that works. Okay, so I'll go to my collection go to the collection settings. In the collection setting, go to derived fields. Okay, so let's create 4 derived fields which we just mentioned. So first is total deduction. Total deductions. Here I need to choose what type of action needs to be performed. Here I want to do a sum, a total of deduction. So I'll say addition. It is asking me with that which all fields you want to add. I'll say add insurance plus add professional tax, because these 2 fields which we want to calculate his total deductions. Okay, and it is asking me that in which format you want to display the data. So let's display it into a dollar format. Okay, and then I create. So we have one field created which is addition of 2 fields, which those 2 fields are insurance and professional tax. Okay, now let's create one more derived field which is net salary. Okay, so this field will be difference of total salary and insurance deduction and professional tax. Okay, so I'll say I want to subtract. Okay, it is asking me from which field you want to subtract. I'll say the parent field is salary. I want to subtract things from salary. So salary is the field from where we will deduct the different deductions. Okay, so from salary I want to deduct insurance and I want to deduct professional tax. Okay, again the format. So let's choose the same dollar format. This is done. Okay, so now we have 2 derived fields. Let's create one more derived field. The third is I called short description, because description is sometimes can be too long, so I want to just reduce it and show only few characters, and rest of the things people can see in the details page. Okay, so I'll say this is a substring. I want to substring it. Okay, it is asking me which field you want to substring. I'll say description. Start, basically start of the character. I'll say start from first character and continue up to 10th character. Okay, that's fine. Let's create one more field which is formatted joining date. Now here we choose format date. Okay, so we want to format joining date, so I choose the field. In here we can see so many different type of date formats available. Okay, so let's say I want to display the joining date in this particular format. Okay, like this. Let's go and create it. Okay, so now we have 4 new fields which are actually derived fields, which are not part of the fields of collection, but they calculate values on the basis of the fields in the collection. Okay, so let's go back to home page and drop another table, or maybe we can add column in the same table itself, just to show what all different fields are getting added. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll drop one more table. Okay, so let's drop one more data table. Okay, here it is. I'll choose the collection, get data from collection. Collection is person, all items, and that's all. Okay, so it has created a exact replica. I don't need all these things, so I'll just delete. Okay, now instead of description I need short description. Okay, and from the properties drop down, now you can see we are seeing a couple of more options. So these are the derived fields which we just created. So I'll say short description here. Okay, same field, insurance deduction, we'll rename it to, let's say, total deduction. Okay, I'll again go and choose total deductions. Okay, third is net salary. Okay, so let's go and choose the field net salary, and the last is formatted joining date. I'll formatted joining date. Okay, and choose the field which is formatted joining date. Okay, just remove these columns, these are not needed. Okay, now let's go and see how this looks like. Okay, previously the data was like this, complete description, insurance, joining date, professional tax and salary. Okay, let's refresh this. Okay, now I have one more table showing the date of John only, but if you see, the description is reduced to 10 characters. It is total deduction, which is basically the sum of professional tax and the insurance deduction. Net salary, you can see it's actually calculating the difference, like 6,000 minus 100 minus 150 and appending a dollar sign. So this is exactly what we told the derived field to do. Okay, and if you see the joining date, it has changed the format from the previous one to this one. So this is exactly how derived fields work.